Y'all know, boy, that West Coast sound, boy, ain't nothing like that West Coast sound. Who wanna ride with us? Ride with us. Oh yeah. Do you wanna ride with us? Do you wanna ride with us? What up, Chef Ron? You know what? You corrected people the other day. I think you said Chefrine, Chefrine, or Chefrine. What up, fam? Donnie Williams, what's happening? You said a lot on the line. Too smooth. I like that. His name is Too Smooth. Too smooth in the house. And that's my baby girl, Sheba Mooncoat. She say, "Let's go, Chief." Sheba Mooncoat with your little chocolate fine ass. How you doing, sis? B. Oliver Burns, one of my favorite customers. Boy, B. Oliver Burns be I'm supporting the brother. What's happening? G. Rashid, the OG G. Rashid, up out of LA, and the scholar, armchair philosopher in the house. JSN, peace, 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 peace. What you say? You good? You good, Sheba? I'm glad you good, sweetie. So, as you see, the title says Ivan Van Sertimo, Runoko Rashidi, debunked. By the way, rest in peace, Runoko Rashidi. So, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but hey, they're in the topic. They're the one pushing this information that I'm about to debunk and clarify. What's happening, Tony Parker? Islam, pardon my Moorish today. Okay, I may cuss, I may say something crazy, so pardon my Moorish. Yeah. So, you underdig? I have to do this because I seen a lot of people in some of my comments on some of my videos claiming that the Africans was in America before Columbus. Oh, the Africans was in America before Columbus, is what they say. That's 100% bullshit. Okay? And I'm going to prove it here today. Um, so I'm going to play a video by um, a young lady made this video. She brought up some DNA evidence that they found amongst the Olmecs in the peoples of America. Um, hey, how you doing, Leo Aviles? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And then I'm going to go in and explain a few things and give you guys some of this common sense science. Y'all know I'm a scientist, right? I teach common sense science. That's a phrase I coined. I actually have a group on Facebook called the Common Sense Science Group. I haven't participated in that group in years, but it's there. So eventually, I'm going to edit my name on this channel. It's going to be Chief X Common Sense Science Show. That's what it is. Y'all see my name, Chief X and lights in the back, right? My mama said when I was a baby, the doctor they dropped me in a box of glitter, and I've been shining ever since. Anyway, so let's get on into this. And my claim is, before we got started, and I've been teaching this for the last 4 years, that no, absolutely no Africans were in the Americas prior to the slave trade, prior to Columbus. So I'm talking about North America, South America, Mexico, Brazil, and all of the Caribbean islands. That's right. Not one black, kinky-haired Africa was in any of those places that we call the New World prior to the slave trade in the Age of Discovery. Hey, Chief X said the Age of Discovery. What's the Age of Discovery? Okay, well, we're going to get into this. So let's first hear the claims that are made by these so-called master teachers who are dead wrong and or lying on purpose. Now, I like to try to give them a pass and say, nah, they weren't lying. They were just wrong and didn't have the information at that time. But it's been so many, it's been a journal, it's been so many papers debunking that their information. I haven't read SERTIMA, his students, Runoko Rashidi, Anthony Browder, and on down the line. There's been information at that time totally debunking them. So at a certain point, they should have said, you know what, I was wrong. Have y'all ever heard any master teacher ever say, you know what, I was wrong about that? My bad. I believe this or that previously, and I've changed. No, you've never heard any master teacher say that, right? And why is that? Because people have their hopes and dreams, their books, and their money tied to the information that they teach. When someone has been teaching something for a decade, and then one day all of a sudden Chief X or some other person come out the blue and say, hey, that's wrong, and here's why it's wrong. They don't want to change. See, I change with truth. I can tell you and be honest and be real and say, hey, I used to kind of think that maybe, hey, the ancient Egyptians had something to do with me. That's why I got tattoos and shit. But I was wrong, so I evolved and changed. When my flashpoint started with the Nation of Islam, I found fault in that and changed. I said, no longer will I be deceived by man. All right? And I changed. I moved on, started studying with the Moors. I evolved and changed then. Then I started studying with the Orthodox Islam. Then I started studying with Hebrew Israelites. I remember sitting up in one of the temples out here in LA and all that. I remember writing a report in at LA Trade Tech College when I was in school about the Hebrew Israelites and that they are us in modern times. I remember having a Jewish teacher and the Jewish teacher gave me a B+, but I thought I deserved the A+. You know what I mean? So I've changed. I even started studying Kemet and changed about 5 years ago. So I have no problem with evolving mentally and changing and moving along with the truth, right? But other people do. So let's just get on into this. And I got plenty of links, and this is going to be very educational and interesting. So stay with me. If you can't watch the entire video, come back when you can. Now, by the way, hit the like button, y'all. And if you're not subscribed to me and you're listening to me, please subscribe and hit that notification bell and click on all, because you want all of Chief X's notifications. Hit the notification bell, subscribe, and just stay tuned and roll with me through this journey. Okay, so let me share my screen and let's get into this. All right. So first, we're going to hear their claims. Let me see if this pops up. Okay, so let's pay attention and listen.
A great deal of research has been done. One has become aware of far more things that have emerged from excavations that help to confirm with almost an absoluteness what we have advanced in the past, that there were Africans in America before Columbus.
Olmec, according to Ivan Van Sertima, and I'm a disciple of that, had an African element inside it.
They came before Columbus, the African presence in America. Now, Dr. Van Sertima was thorough, he was brilliant.
Small group of Africans, a fleet of ships from the Nile Valley, sailed across the Atlantic and...
Pause. Did he say a fleet of ships from the Nile Valley sailed across the Atlantic? Did he say that? Why he lying on the Egyptians? Did any modern day Egyptians tell you that? Did any ancient Egyptians write or record that? Nope. Runoko Rashidi, Ivan Van Sertima, just now lied on the Egyptians. That's kind of disrespectful, in my opinion. So who told him that? Where did he get that from? If the modern day Egyptians ain't saying that, the ancient Egyptians ain't saying that, the West Africans ain't saying that, where did Runoko Rashidi and Ivan Van Sertima get that from? Who made that up? And why are they lying on these African civilizations? The only people who say that is Black Americans, who's 7,000 miles away from the damn area. No other people says this but Black Americans. And Black Americans are the most confused people regarding their heritage and where they come from. They've been told 100 times where they come from, but they still fucking confused. Still having identity crises. But let's go on.
And entered the Olmec world in group of Africans.
Now, Dr. Van Sertima was thorough, he was brilliant.
Small group of Africans, a fleet of ships from the Nile Valley, sailed across the Atlantic and entered the Olmec world and turned it out.
Not only that, botanical evidence, but the navigational evidence shows, the oceanographic survey of the ocean shows that just off the Cape Verde there is a current that takes you to South America.
Showed how to move large objects in stone. They introduced calendars. They introduced major forms of advancements in agricultural science.
Under the northern tip of South America, into the Caribbean, into the Gulf of Mexico.
The Africans, beginning before the Mayans and Aztecs, or just in general?
Just in general.
In general, well, you see, they were there 53,000 years before any other peoples come.
Huh? Are y'all listening to this foolishness?
Who navigated the 3,000 years before any other peoples come. Who navigated the Nile River, the Mediterranean Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, and had numerous exchanges with indigenous people in Mexico between 1200 and 600 BC.
Come on, Anthony Browder. Where do you make that crap up from? Oh my God.
Lands, as we're taught, the Asian, the Mediterranean Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, and had numerous exchanges with indigenous people in Mexico between 1200 and 600 BC. The Mongolians, as we're taught, the Asians, who did come across the Bering Straits, did not come over until 3000 BC. These are the images of Africa.
Now, did you hear this man say they did not come? He said the Mongolian type, but he's talking about the East Asians. Didn't cross the Bering Straits until 3000 BC? Like, this is how out of touch people are, these guys are scientifically and historically. But let's continue.
Africans who were known as the Olmecs, who were part of the ruling class in Mexico.
Evidence shows that there were Africans America not only before Columbus, but before Christ. And it has been carbon dated, and we can establish this beyond the shadow of a doubt.
Now stop it, y'all. Because people are out here talking about Ivan Van Sertima didn't make these claims. This dude just said without a shadow of a doubt. Stop playing with me. Let's go. All right, come back to me. Come on back to me. You heard the claims by the 3-4 men that spoke. Each and every one of them are dead wrong and or intentionally lying. See, Chief X, I don't have a problem with people who just are naively wrong or misunderstood. That's fine because we're all learning. And I have a problem with people who intentionally and purposefully lie and miseducate Black folk. That's what I take issue with. If you're wrong, fine, we can correct that. But when you intentionally and purposely lie, that's wicked to me. People take it lightly, but I don't take this shit lightly. I feel you are miseducating a million people, and that's wrong to me. Now, let's see why they're wrong, and let's get an understanding, okay? Now, let me share this. I hope everyone can see this map that I just posted up. Let me see if it pop on. All right. So here goes the world map, right? I'm gonna be zooming in and out, and you have to. I've been telling people this forever. I got maps on my wall. I have globes, 2 of them, and I just always had this fascination with maps. But I tell people you always need a map and to look at it when you're talking about history and you're discussing area and geography to get a better understanding and feel for what you're talking about, right? Now look, here's Egypt. They made the claim that the Egyptians sailed the Atlantic River, not even thinking about they're even wrong geographically. Now look, here's Egypt. Atlantic Ocean is way over here west of that. Way over here. How are they sailing crossing the Atlantic when they're way over here closer to the Indian Ocean? Off the strength of that, these people do not know what they're talking about. Here is Egypt. You cannot even get through here. This is the Mediterranean Sea where my arrow is, if you can see my arrow. You can't leave Egypt and cross land on no damn fleet of ships. So just on the strength of that, they're wrong. But while I got this map up, let me just show you something. I hope people can see my arrow. From Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Libya, Israel, Egypt, all the way to the Near East, Turkey. This area right here, if you can see my arrow, people have been moving in and out of this area from Turkey to Iraq to Near East to Levant, Israel, Libya, flowing in and out of here for 30,000 years at least, all up in North Africa. That's why I tell you, North Africa has never been Black Africa. Okay? These people have been flowing around all from the Caucasus and all that. But anyway, let's get back to the point. So first of all, you can't cross from Egypt across the Atlantic Ocean and then come to the Americas. It's geographically impossible, first of all. Second of all, in no writings did the ancient Egyptians say that they came to the Americas. And the ancient Egyptians documented just about everything. So if the ancient Egyptians didn't say that, and the modern Egyptians don't claim that, how in the fuck is Black Americans claiming this shit? Do you understand? Now, we're having a logic class tonight also. We deal in logic. That's why I say common sense science. Common sense is a science. Okay? So, it's geographically impossible. And here's the Atlantic Ocean. Now, I'm going to tell you about the Atlantic Ocean because I was in the Navy, right? In the Pacific Ocean. And why no one crossed these large body oceans until shipbuilding technology improved. And do you guys know who was the first people to improve shipbuilding technology to be able to cross large body oceans? Well, we're going to see. Let's talk about it. The answer is the Portuguese. Okay? Wait a minute, I'm on the wrong page. Okay, here we go. First, let me just let you know this, because I'm not saying Africans didn't build ships. I'm saying they didn't have ships capable of crossing large body oceans. Just like the Native Americans didn't have ships capable of crossing large body oceans. They had canoes. And if a canoe got up out there, it would drown day one. It cannot cross a large body ocean. You can only sail in a little sea, a lake, or along the coast. Right? Now, the oldest boat known to all of us humans is the Dafuna canoe. Let me blow this up so everyone can see. Okay? The Dafuna canoe is the oldest boat known to mankind, and it's 8,000 years old. And that was found in Nigeria. Let's just read. Dafuna canoe is a canoe discovered in 1987 by a Fulani cattle herdsman a few kilometers from the village of Dafuna in the Fun local government area, not far from Komaduga, Ghana River. Not Ghana, but Ghana River in Yobe State, Nigeria. Radiocarbon dating of a sample of charcoal found near the site dates the canoe at 8,500 to 8,000 years old. Linking the site to Lake Mega Chad, the canoe is 8 meters. The Dafuna canoe was found in the village of Dafuna that lies between Potiskum and Gashua, Yobe State. Okay? And they did testing on this boat, and that's the oldest boat known to mankind. Let me see if I can show you a picture of it. I didn't download a picture. But the Dafuna canoe, the oldest boat known to man, is between 8,500 to 8,000 years old, found in Nigeria, and it was a canoe. As you see here. Native Americans and Africans had canoes. Now, the ancient Egyptians had what I call a glorified canoe, and that boat can't cross no large body oceans. It's not meant to. It's not built to. And if a wave hit the side of this thing, everybody's flipping over and dead. Okay? So I'm not saying the West Africans and ancient Egyptians didn't build ships, but they didn't build ships that was able to cross large body oceans. Now, here's what I mean. Now, when I was in the Navy, we used to go through these rough seas, right? Went on a 6-month Westpac in rough waters. I'm talking about so deep out there, you see no land whatsoever for several days. No land. I mean, you're out there. And when these waters get a little rocky, let me just show you what happened. And this is why they tell the story of Mansa Musa. It's a mythological story, but the story is Mansa Musa sent out 200 ships, fleet of ships, and they all died and nobody came back. But one person came back to say they died and flipped over and all this old bullshit. Because these waters, when you get out there on a rough day, will drown you. Now, this is an aircraft carrier boat. Do you know how large an aircraft carrier is? And these waves will reach the top of that. I was on an LST, which is an amphib ship, and waves was hitting the side of that ship like crazy. But these are big steel ships. If you was in some wood, it would crack, water would be seeping through there, or it would flip over and drown. Just watch this shit. Everybody's dead. That's why the story of Mansa Musa, they say they drowned. These boats were never equipped to cross large body oceans, and no people ever crossed those large body oceans until the Portuguese improved shipbuilding technology. Watch again. Family, that's an aircraft carrier. Can you imagine a canoe? Now, let's talk about it. So I have to bring this common sense to you and put this presentation together in a certain kind of special way where you can get an understanding. Now, this is about shipbuilding in the early modern era. Okay? Maritime travel experienced a large leap in the capabilities of seafaring vessels thanks to technological improvements in shipbuilding in the early modern era. Europe, Asia, and the Middle East all saw improvements on prior construction techniques, contributing to the age of discovery. Now, when you read this, what does it say? It says Europe, Asia, and the Middle East all saw improvements on prior construction techniques. It didn't say Africa. And this is not a shot, but let's just be real. A lot of Africa, even then and even today, is underdeveloped. They were not technologically advanced. They were not as scientifically literate as other places like Europe and Asia. They just weren't. And we just have to accept that, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that they weren't as smart or they were dumber. Things just start in different places at different times first, and it's okay. And then it spreads and people pick up, and So I'm not talking about an IQ thing. I'm just saying they weren't as scientifically literate as Europe. We just got to be real about that. Okay, so shipbuilding in the early modern era, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East all saw improvements on prior construction techniques, contributing to the age of discovery. The age of discovery. What is the age of discovery? We're going to talk about that 1 second. As a result, the introduction of these technologies in the production of naval vessels was critical, as they allowed nations that utilized these advancements to ascend to a state that could expand its influence at a far greater range. In military engagements, the exploration of new lands and potential colonies, or the transportation of goods for trade, better shipbuilding technology, better shipbuilding techniques coincided with prosperity. It is during this time that the practice of naval architecture appeared, as skilled designers could produce designs that had enormous impact in ship performance and capabilities. Now, prior to this age of discovery, there was no large mass human trafficking across waters, because you couldn't cross waters. That's why when they found it, they called it what? The New World. It was new to everybody who wasn't in the Western Hemisphere. It was new to them. I even tell people this, and people have yet to prove me wrong. Listen to me. The ancient Egyptians didn't even know there was a Western Hemisphere at all, and neither did West Central Africans. Did you hear what I said? The ancient Egyptians and West Central Africans did not even know that there was a Western Hemisphere. They had no clue, and no one can prove me wrong on this. It's just real talk. Now, I say, what is the age of discovery, Chief X? Well, let's talk about it. The age of discovery. The age of discovery, or the age of exploration. There was not all this exploration across large body oceans to other nations until the age of discovery. And let's just talk about the time period. The age of discovery, or the age of exploration, is an informal and loosely defined term for the early modern period, largely overlapping with the age of sail. Okay, approximately from the 15th century to the 18th century in European history, in which seafaring Europeans explored regions across the globe, most of which were already inhabited. More recently, some scholars call it the contact period, or age of European expansion. They didn't say African expansion. Okay? The extensive overseas exploration led by the who? The Portuguese. For 4 years, I've been saying that the Portuguese advanced shipbuilding technology first. Okay? The extensive overseas exploration led by the Portuguese emerged as a powerful factor in European culture, most notably in the European encounter and colonization of the Americas. In the Americas, it also marks an increased adoption of colonialism as a government policy in several European states. As such, it is sometimes synonymous with the first wave of European colonization. So I used to always tell people around late 1300s, like 1390, is when it jumped off and they began to improve shipbuilding technology. And they mastered it, I would say 1450, give or take. Then improved it a little more, but we're not going to that. Lands previously unknown to Europeans, for them discoveries, but most were already inhabited. Europeans' exploration outside the Mediterranean started with the maritime expeditions of Portugal to the Canary Islands in what? 1336. Shortly after, the Portuguese discoveries of the Atlantic archipelagos of Madeira and Azores claimed for the Portuguese crown in 1419 and 1427 respectively. Then the coast of West Africa after 1434 until the establishment of the sea route to India in 1498 by Vasco da Gama. So you have to keep in mind the chronology I'm talking about. Okay? Now, let me move over to here. Who was in the Americas and in Brazil? Okay? Now, wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm on the right part. Okay. Wait a minute. One second. I hope I didn't take this part down. Okay, here we go. Now, wait a minute, it's a little too big. Now, this is in the Amazon jungles, right? As you see, you have people, the way they paint themselves, and these traditions have been going on for a long time. This guy right here where my mouse is red. This one over here is black, which is black soot that they paint their bodies with. It's a war paint. And obviously it's a helicopter or plane flying over the Amazon jungles, right? So I always tell people, you want to know who the people are here? I guarantee you will not find any nappy, kinky-headed people considered an uncontacted tribe in the Brazil Amazon jungles. These are the first people in Brazil and in the Americas, and this is what they look like. You will never find any nappy-headed people nowhere in the Amazon jungles as an uncontacted tribe ever in your life. We were not in the Americas. There were never, ever any nappy, kinky-headed people in the Americas, Brazil, the Caribbeans. There were none there prior to the slave trade. Period. Now, the colors, you can check out this website. I'm not going to go through all of it, but this is Aztec's website, and the lady's talking about the coloring and the artwork, right? So, like, you'll always see people showing pictures and saying they're black. But as you see, let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. As you see, half of his mouth and chin and bottom half of his face is painted black. It's symbolic, just like black is symbolic of colors in ancient Egypt. He's not black, but this is just war paint. Right? Just black war, soot, war paint, like this one. Right? Oops. So she breaks down all the colors. So you'll see people on the internet posting shit like this. Oh, look, those are black people. And fooling you uneducated people who don't know any better. That's war paint. Right? Now, here's the Amazon jungles. Let's just briefly watch 2 minutes of this and see what they're saying.
Over 7 billion people now inhabit our Earth, But in the remotest corners of the planet, a few men and women still live in complete isolation. Untouched by modern civilization, many of these tribes live deep in the Amazon rainforest. Very occasionally, they are caught.
They're the same look. They have that same East Asian look. Same people all through the entire Western Hemisphere. Now, they vary in phenotype, but they are all straight, black-haired Native Americans. They're all the same. You can't find no nappy-head people anywhere in the Americas prior to Columbus. Stop letting people fool you. You are sub-Saharan African. You're a tropical African, and we didn't travel. We didn't take boats and cross no oceans ever.
On camera. Now something astonishing is happening. Some of these hidden tribes are emerging from the forests and terrorizing local communities.
Así estaba así tirado. Cuando yo le golpeé, todo está bañado con sangre.
There is a war in the jungle.
Son las huellas antiguas de ellos.
Could these be the last days of the tribes that time forgot? People who show us what we once were. This man is one of them. He takes us to the heart of their fight for survival.
That don't look like you. That don't look like nobody in them cotton fields of America. Stop playing. These abos and these brothers, black Americans they call Moors, have been lying to you, or they're totally confused because they base their ideology off of pictures that they have no idea of the art history of those pictures. They had no idea that black was soot or war paint. I have to teach you this. I have to clarify this. It said the tribe that time forgot. All through y'all, do you know how large that Amazon jungle is? In Brazil. And you can't find one nappy head person nowhere in there that's ever been found in there? It's because you guys weren't there. You guys were never in the Americas until you got dropped off on a slave ship. Period. No Egyptians came to the Americas ever. They didn't even know it was a Western Hemisphere. It's like right now, just say it was the technology. There was no satellites like technology we have. Now, I'm in California. If it's a hurricane and a flood that goes down in Louisiana, that part of the geography, I would have no clue that it was a flood and people died in Louisiana if I'm in California in ancient times and before satellites and media. I would have no clue that there was a Katrina and people died in a storm. Do you know all throughout the South, all them people were flooded out and dying in ancient times, whoever was there. People didn't know what the fuck was going on in America, in ancient Egyptian and West Central Africa. They had no idea it was a Western Hemisphere. People didn't figure this out until the age of discovery. And so they start exploring across large body oceans in them ships, first advanced by the Portuguese. And then the Dutch kind of took over and had the baddest ones. Even the Viking ships prior to that weren't able to cross large body oceans. They had to island hop and cruise. It was the way they were built, and they're not able to navigate like that. Let's continue.
From deep in the rainforest on the Brazilian border with Peru, a small group of men appeared in June 2014.
Adeus. Kau na água?
The moment these isolated men and women first see.
Now, let me move on to another part. Okay, so, no, that's not it. Hold on. One second, y'all. Okay, so the age of discovery was very important. That's the time period. People can look up the age of discovery. There's plenty of information on it. When people began to explore and colonize. And that was the time when they started human trafficking across the large body oceans. It wasn't possible before that. If the Africans and or the Native Americans had ships, you would have seen them. They didn't. The first time they seen these kind of larger ships that are able to cross is when the Europeans landed on their land. The Olmec and the Aztecs are not Black African people. Okay, but I'm looking for the name, because the name is slipping me right now. But it's the name of the type of ship that was able to turn and navigate and have more speed and take less time. But hold on, let me find it. I knew I should have saved that. Hold on. It was an important dagger too. Ah, fuck it. Let me bring you back. I'm reading the chat. Anybody's got some questions so far? Feel free to drop a brother some cash app. Nobody's taught you this but Chief X. Nobody has taught you this but Chief X. Money sign Chief X5. Hold on. Yeah. See, I'm repping at Carson today. Carson football. What they say, C's house. I see someone mentioned the Adam and Eve. I'm not sure what the combo was, but the Adam and Eves are in India. And, people talk that natural shit. I just eat natural. All this whole shit. They live in a natural life. You can live forever off of natural. Poison ivy's natural. You gonna eat that? See, here's the thing about it. If you go over to the Adam and East Islands over in Asia, that tribe, what's the other name to go by? Sentinelese? What is it? But anyway, the Adam and East people. You won't find nobody who's 40 years old. Why is that, Chief? Because they die early because of lack of modern medicine. Same thing all in the Amazon jungles, everywhere, even in Egypt, West Central Africa, Europe, all over the world, the infant mortality rate was high. People were not living long, as you think, because of the lack of modern medicine. I did a whole presentation on ancient times infant mortality rate. Before we developed the vitamin K shot for babies. Y'all didn't know? Everybody born in a hospital takes a vitamin K shot. Every baby, 100%. It's the law in the United States of America. You know why? Because a newborn baby's blood can't coagulate and they'll bleed out because they have no vitamin K. And you can't get it from your mama to you in the womb. It doesn't transfer that way. You have to eat certain foods that have vitamin K after you born. So since before vitamin K shot, at least say if it was 10 babies born, one would die from bleeding out. People were dropping dead in ancient times before modern medicine. So don't get caught up on this natural shit. Modern medicine is God. Right now, if any dude right now, dick start burning because he caught an STD and your dick is burning when you piss, not one is going to go see some herbalist. They're all 100% is going to run to that medical clinic and get that shot in the ass, penicillin or whatever the fuck it is, and they're going to get that shot in the ass so their dick can stop burning. Ain't nobody going to see no goddamn herbalist. Wait a minute, somebody here talking shit. I see somebody talking shit. He came here to learn, basically. See, CDTV is a Sebite, so let me let you know. He says if modern medicine is God, then why are you selling moringa herbs on your website? You're an herbalist? No, I'm not no damn herbalist. I've been selling moringa for maybe 8 years now. And when I first started selling moringa, I believed in it wholeheartedly. And I thought moringa was just everything until I started learning and understanding that moringa is just going to give you minerals that you may not have had from a meal. It may help a little bit with blood pressure, but moringa is not curing any diseases. It's not going to make you heal you of anything. There is no herbs on earth that is going to cure you of any major disease. See, like Sebi may sell some turmeric and somebody else sell turmeric. It's not that Sebi has magic turmeric and somebody else don't have good turmeric. It's all the same fucking shit. Right? It's not going to cure shit. So CDTV, I seen you made a video about me the other day. It's okay. I didn't even have time. I wasn't even worried about fucking with you. But you all in here talking this gay shit. I'm not sure why y'all so focused on homosexual shit so much. You know what I mean? Every video you make, booty boy shit. Like, that's just your mind is flooded with gay shit. That's that DL nigga shit. I don't need to debunk you. You know what I'm saying? You're dead wrong. You're a groupie and in a cult. This is why I tell people in CDTV, this is your challenge. I will pay anybody $1,000 if they can show proof of one person that Sebi ever cured in his entire life of a major disease. Dr. Sebi has never cured or healed anyone in the history he's been alive. He is a habitual liar and a con man. So, if anyone on the planet Earth thinks Dr. Sebi is a healer, I'm sure after 30 years, you can prove one person. You can show some before and after paperwork. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do it. I've put this bet out there 5 years ago, and 5 years later, nobody has collected this $1,000. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, so anybody get any man get an STD and his dick is burning, he ain't going to see no herbalist. He's going straight to that clinic and get a shot in the ass. You break a leg, anything happen to you, you have heart problems, your ass is running straight to them doctors for that modern medicine that is God. Without modern medicine, people are dropping dead like flies. Wasn't nobody living that long like y'all think. Niggas been lying to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody that went to go see Dr. Sebi got worse. I had two friends flew on out there to his island, jumped their ass up in that fake ass alkaline water, floating around this motherfucking water in Honduras and shit. Go eating fruits and vegetables and shit. They brought their black ass back to the United States and had to go to the fucking hospital still. Lisa Left Eye Lopez left to go to Honduras and got worse. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, once she started fucking with Dr. Sebi, went nuts and went crazy and got worse. She killed somebody in a goddamn car. Hit somebody. And then got in a car accident her damn self later on and killed her damn self. She had mental health problems. Can we be honest about this? And her mental state got worse and worse as long as she was up there in Honduras fucking with Sebi. He didn't help her with shit. And then when she died, he lied on her and told the world she had herpes. Lisa Left Eye Lopez ain't never told nobody she had no damn herpes. Sebi lied on her. Sebi lied on Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson said, "Get the fuck up out my house before I sue your ass." And he's supposed to heal Michael Jackson of his drug addiction. Guess what Michael Jackson died of? Dope. He wasn't healed. Sebi didn't do a motherfucking thing. Teddy Pendergrass said, "Get your black ass out of here, Sebi, before I sue your ass." Said Teddy Pendergrass thought he was going to get up out that wheelchair and just heal and get... He died and got worse. All them celebrities Sebi fuck with threatened to sue his black ass for bullshitting them and taking their money. He made everybody worse. How am I talking about Sebi? And I'm sitting here talking about Ivan Van Sertima. So let me just go through this and see if I was through. Hold on, y'all. DNA. Oh, I didn't show this. Here we go. This is some more of that artwork, right? And people be like, oh, them black people, and have y'all dumbasses thinking they black people. No, that's paint, like the one I showed you earlier, right? Look, you see how his hand is white? You see how his mouth and whole fucking jawbone and chin is white? Because he has war paint on, but really he's just like these other cats. This is war paint, it's not black people. These abos and Moors been lying to y'all, claiming these as black people. Nope, they're wrong as hell. Wrong as hell. Wait a minute. I'm sharing something. Y'all can't even see it. Hold on. Shit. 1 second. Here we go. This is what I was sharing. Let me see if it pop up on my other device. Yeah, okay, it pops up. So look. You see how his chin is white? His whole mouth and bottom jaw is white. His hands is white. It's war paint. It's not black men. You know what I'm saying? And this is just what they did. It's the same as this war paint, black soot. You red, they be different colors, they paint themselves. This is how they all looked. Straight-haired Native American people. You were nowhere in the Americas, the Caribbeans, North America, anywhere prior to the slave trade. And that's just what it is. CDTV said we ain't cured you of shit. You know, this is why you guys need to have better listening comprehension. I said SEBI has never cured anybody of any major disease. Things that are incurable. Lupus cannot be cured. Cancer, there's no cure for cancer. There's no cure for sickle cell. My grandbaby got sickle cell. SEBI claims to cure all these things. He's a liar. Auntie died of lupus. He's a liar and a con man. People be talking about they have a common cold and shit they got cured from. Fuck out of here. Yeah, of course you're gonna get cured from a cold. Ain't nobody got cured from herpes. That shit go in remission. Some cancers go in remission. Tibby ain't cured shit. And if anybody can prove so, they get $1,000. If people ain't proved it in 5 years, it's impossible. People have died fucking with SEBI. I wish I had interviewed that one chick who had AIDS. It was a black AIDS group. And she said a couple people got sick. People died listening to SEBI, and they stopped taking their medicine listening to SEBI. And tried this fake ass diet and some herbs and got sicker and sicker. Some people died. But y'all won't hear about all these people who died fucking with SEBI. You just will never hear it because people don't know why they know why they died, but they don't know it was related to them listening to SEBI. Dr. Layla Africa, all these cats, people have died listening to their bullshit. You listen to a nutritionist with credentials. You listen to an MD, a PhD. These doctors know what they're talking about. They went to school for this for 10 years. You niggas ain't never took a science class talking shit. And they did 10 years of college, dissertations and theses, and studying up late nights, studying sleepless nights and shit. Broke. Homework, research for years deep. And some niggas in the backyard talking some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to prove today, Ivan Van Sertima, Runoko Rashidi, to Anthony Browder, who I made a video about, and I called him out. I said, prove that you found the Andinkra symbol in ancient Egypt. I said, you lied, Tony Browder, to black folk in your lecture. You didn't find no Sankofa, no Andinkra symbol in Egypt. You're a liar. Tony Browder's on the video on Dr. Mayat's page, talking about he's not having no discussion with nobody. He don't give a shit about nothing. He's not debating nothing. He's not talking about shit with nobody. Fuck him, basically, Tony Browder said. So guess what? Fuck you, Tony Browder. Anthony Browder, whatever you know the nigga by. If he's so disrespectful and has such a lack of respect for us that he can't have a conversation with us, fuck him. I remember Runoko Rashidi 4 years ago. Us junior elders wanted to have a discussion and invite him on a live stream. Have y'all seen Runoko Rashidi on any of y'all live streams, our live streams, on any of these TV? He refuses to have a conversation with us. That's how he feels about us. Fuck him. These elders don't want to talk to the junior elders of the younger generation. Fuck them. They don't want to talk because we've stood on their shoulders and we've advanced the knowledge. These niggas was talking before the genome was mapped. They weren't kicking no science. Today, science backs us. The genome has been mapped. The information we have is more advanced than some 1970s information. It just is what it is. Anthony Browder sat here on Dr. Mayat's channel the other day and said he's not talking to nobody. He don't want to discuss shit with nobody. He's not talking to none of us. That means he don't give a fuck about you. He just want to get them donations so you can send him money so he can run back and forth to Egypt and go on vacation and kick it and shit and spend your money with this white organization up out of the UK. Oh, y'all didn't know that money you was donated to Tony Browder? It's really for a group in the UK, a white group in the UK. Y'all didn't know? Watch my presentation called Challenge to Anthony Browder. I break it all down. Anthony Browder in 2021 is teaching that we the Olmecs. He's teaching we the Egyptians. He's teaching we sailed from fucking Egypt to the Americas. In 2021, this nigga saying all this shit. This is called lying and miseducating lying on purpose and miseducating black people on purpose. I have no respect for people like that. Now, if you changed and or maybe wanted to have a conversation with us and we had a live stream and, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And you could admit that you're not God and you don't know every motherfucking thing and you're not a master teacher and that we were more advanced than you today, then I'd give you a pass because you're being real. Runoko Rashidi blocked me on Facebook 4 years ago just because I inboxed him and said, how you doing? I was very professional and nice. I said, how you doing, Mr. Runoko Rashidi, Professor Runoko Rashidi? Would you like to come to a live stream, come on a live stream and talk to us in the Amin Ra squad? That's when I was cool with the Amin Ra squad. And talk to us in the Amin Ra squad on the live stream. 2 minutes later, I was blocked. I said, what the fuck? I said, that just proved to me, yeah, these niggas is bullshit. This nigga blocked me. Even on his Facebook page, he blocked me. I can't comment. So how am I supposed to respect you and call you some master teacher? No, Runoko Rashidi is similar to Sarasudi Seti. He does picture shows and slide presentations, lookership, but will never do any scholarship. He'll put some pictures up. Look, the Dravidians with black straight hair, those are black people. And here y'all is, yeah, Runoko, yeah, oh yeah, really, I didn't know. Fuck out of here. shit. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share tonight. I'm gonna get up out of here. Please subscribe, hit that like button and the notifications, because I'm coming with some heat all year long. Appreciate y'all time.